Abby Lee Miller here at the Abby Lee Dance Company in Los Angeles with Yolanda. And I'm going to ask Yolanda some questions. Now, let's see if she can be truthful.
And honest.
And not use the word or like.
I'll just use Eliana's word, sanctimonious.
There you go.
Okay.
Stealing from a child again. All right. The first question.
I'm scared. Okay, go ahead.
How do you think Abby Lee, myself, how do you think my teaching style has helped Eliana and other dancers to improve?
Because this is a really good one.
style.
Okay, because you hold your dancers accountable for every little detail. So when she would be on the floor and you would say, break your foot, like that sounds really bad, but it actually is not. You would say it over and over and over again.
What she's referring to is like an ankle bending, like break the line so that it looks better.
Yeah, so it's like, it's accountability. And that's what I always say, because even like 2 years later, when you hadn't seen her for a few years and you saw her again, you're like, you knew this 2 years ago, why aren't you applying what we worked on 2 years ago now? Because if you learned something 2 years ago, then it should be
It should carry on, and it should not be a correction anymore.
Right, because you should go on to something new.
So, and I also think that tough love helps, but I also think my attention to detail, and other teachers sometimes don't have that, especially in this world when things happen fast and you're auditioning in the morning and you're going to shoot a video the next day or that night, and it's just like hurry up, get it together, and then forget about it. Move on to the next job.
Yes,
and that's not training.
Absolutely, and I think that's
we're done with that.
Oh, we are. I love it's word salad. It just comes out, but it's the detail, the attention to detail, and holding them accountable, even if you come across as being mean. It's not me.
No, you're getting more bang for your buck with me than other people. All right, what has been your favorite number of Eliana from this past season of Dance Moms?
Can I say my least favorite one?
Yes.
No, my favorite. I'll say my favorite one. Well, I would say the very first solo she did, but I didn't like the title. I thought the first solo she did.
Oh, with the rope.
Yeah, she had with the rope.
Cool.
I thought.
Cool things.
Yeah, absolutely. Because she came back. It was like the first time. There was a lot of pressure on her. She literally did not learn it. Like, had no time to work with you whatsoever. I think you guys worked for like 5 minutes, like in the hotel before.
We should clarify that now while we're together here at Famous Birthdays. First of all, when Eliana had to leave, I said, Yolanda flew the coop. That's what was said. Nothing else, nothing derogatory, nothing cruel and mean. I said, Yolanda flew the coop. But Eliana had other things happening, and you all know that she was booked as Clara in the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, which she has been auditioning for since she was itty bitty. So we are so thrilled about that. And things just happen when you're in production and you're doing a show, and other things, this, that, the other, and contracts and blah, blah, blah. So I just feel like I want to clarify that with you, for the public and for all our fans out there, that I never said
that you sent Eliana home because it was something.
No.
Right, because it made it really seem.
I wanted her on the team. I'm the one that fought with her. I'm the one that was so mad at you when you didn't come back right away. I wanted her on the team, so why would I go and say something like that? It doesn't even make sense.
So it goes to show that reality TV does not always show the full story.
Well, no, I probably said that, but it was about somebody else during some other moment.
Yeah, well, because you and Ellie have always had like a great relationship, so it didn't make sense.
Touche. So. What has been the best part of your summer here in Los Angeles?
Of my summer, well, what I do is I just like drive Eliana around like all over the place. So the best part, or I can say the worst part, the best part is that I have not gotten a speeding ticket.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing.
Worst
and
part,
since I've been in the chair, money that I've saved on parking tickets.
There you go.
There you go.
You gotta do that.
And
the best part,
cup half full.
Well, and the best part was the fact that when my car, somebody threw a rock through my car window the other day. And the best part is they did not take any of her dance shoes. They left her dance shoes in the car. So that was the best part of my summer.
I'm fist pumping and she's not there.
There you go. So it was really good.
All right.
Okay.
Now this is funny too. What are some of the things you make sure you do when you get back home to Colorado?
Okay, when I get back home to Colorado, I sleep.
You sleep? You see your mom and dad?
Yeah, first thing, yeah, definitely go see my mom, my dad. I sleep. And what are you mouthing over to me over here? I don't read. Oh, well, yeah, that's Eliana's job. We have to see Lola. But then, I have to check in with my boys, see what they're doing. My oldest is in college. And then my next one, there goes number 4. Number 3 or 4.
Okay, now, is there any favorite food or favorite restaurant or favorite ice cream place or something that you just can't avoid once you get back to your hometown?
Absolutely. I have to go to Efrain's and La Choza. Because, I have that Latina flair.
Well,
so those are my 2 favorite Mexican restaurants. I have to go
good Mexican restaurant.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
When I get back to Pittsburgh,
have
there's
to do
places that there's I have to get the beef vegetable soup.
It's so true. But since we're in Colorado, then we start itching, and then we have to leave. So we're only there for a few days.
How do you make sure to keep Eliana grounded and humble, despite her being one of the most famous and talented child dancers right now?
Oh, that's very kind. I think
it is.
Yeah, that's actually very kind. That's a very kind
So
question.
nice of you.
I would say that honestly, she knows that when we started this and when she was cast to work with you, that I told her right then and there that it was an honor and that it could be taken away like that. And also, my mother always taught me that someday we will all be 6 feet under, and that I taught her that nobody is better than her, that there was a lot of luck. She's a very talented dancer, but there are a lot of talented dancers. So I told her that if she's not humble and if she doesn't appreciate others and realize that the jobs are out there for everybody and appreciate every second of everything that's been given to her, number 1, hard work. And if she doesn't do that, then it's all over.
And I think being appreciative is important in this world. There's too many kids that aren't appreciative. I can name 7 real quick.
Well, no, she understands that this, like I said, that this is a huge honor, and a lot has come to her that she needs to be grateful for. And so she knows that if she's not, and she thinks that she's better than somebody else, then we're done. We go home and no more.
Would you say there are any similarities between how you help or teach your students in the classroom and how you help or teach Eliana?
Absolutely. First and foremost, you make the choice, you live the consequence.
We all make choices.
Absolutely. And oftentimes that consequence is determined by somebody else. So you can either make great choices and have amazing consequences, or you can make very poor choices and then have very negative consequences.
And what if you make a good choice and then somebody else, without any of your control, screws it up for you?
Then you have to keep living life.
That's right.
You have to keep living life. But the majority of the time, we're all destined to what's supposed to happen, and we control a lot. So you need to think before you act.
Yes.
Honestly, you have to, and I've told her that as well, and I always tell my students, think before you act. Just take a moment to think, how is this going to affect me, and how is this going to affect others?
And do you give homework to your students in school?
No, I don't believe in homework, because I feel like I never have. Because I feel like if you have done your work and you've worked hard during the day, then why in the evening do you need to replicate the same thing you've done during the day? I feel that children, when they go home, they need to go ahead and they need to spend time with family. They need to be involved with clubs or sports or dance or whatever it is, and keeping involved. And
there you go. There you have it. From the mouth of a school teacher. I wish I would have had you in high school. All right.
And it's research-based that homework does not necessarily make a child smarter.
Good. What would you tell other parents who are reluctant to put their children in dance class because of the show Dance Moms? That's kind of crazy, because when we go around the country, around the world, and I teach master classes, and I have 500 kids on the floor, I always ask who started to dance because of Dance Moms.
Right.
And I see all these hands shoot up, and that's when I know that what I'm doing is good and it's making a difference.
Yes.
Absolutely. So have you ever spoken to anyone that sees the way it is on TV and is reluctant to put their child into class?
Well, I think the first question that I always get, and I think you know this, is that people always say, is Abby Lee Miller really, really that mean? And I mean, my response has always been, she does her job and she does her job well. So,
well, thank you, Yolanda.
Yeah, so I think that you need to understand that there are a lot of things that are mass produced and mass edited.
But what about just dance class for like little ones? Like moms are at home and they have a 3-year-old or 4-year-old and they're watching the show and they're like, oh my God, I'm never going to subject my kid to this. I think it's the reverse. I think people see the children and see how amazing they are and opportunities, and they're like, oh my God, I have to get my child. Every child should dance, just because of their spatial awareness, because of their posture, getting up in front of the class, giving a speech at school.
Yes.
The kids that dance can do all that. It comes easy to them.
Well, I think there's a lot of confidence, and I do feel that children need to be involved in something, whether it be dance or whether it be acting or whether it be a sport or whatever. They need to be involved in something. So I don't think that, like, I think if you're looking at the show, I mean, Eliana has become much more confident. She's become much more thick-skinned. So she has learned that, you know, sometimes you're not going to be at the top of the pyramid. Is your life going to end because of it? No, you have to like move on. Right. So I think there are a lot of like qualities if you look at that, and I'd encourage parents is that.
Okay, the music is going to start playing like at the end.
Yeah. Did you know I played the violin and the harp and the piano? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I did, yes.
Okay.
And I was a figure skater as well too.
Wow, I just wonder how people do all these things. Like, how many hours in a day do you have?
I didn't go to school, only 2 hours a day in elementary school.
Why?
Because I was playing the harp, violin, piano, and ice skating.
Okay. Is there anything you wish to clear up about people who are still under the impression that you put the art of dance and training before education with Eliana?
So first and foremost, education is the foundation of everything. Obviously, I've been a school teacher for 25 years. Have my master's degree. Eliana's father has not 1, not 2, but 3 master's degrees. So education for us is number 1. My thing is Eliana has been homeschooled. And so she's been in a couple of different homeschool programs that I have felt have not been challenging enough for her. So this year when she was one that was pretty much basic kindergarten, I said, no, this is a waste of your time.
Right.
We're not gonna do this. And so I can do a much better job. I'm a certified teacher. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna implement your own education. So as a supplement to her basics that I was teaching her in math and science and literacy and social studies, as a supplement to social studies, we have been traveling around a lot. So where she had wanted to like learn about ancient Roman civilization, we were in Rome because she had a modeling job. And so everything we did there was about learning about history of Roman civilization.
Well, I agree. I think that traveling is so educational for children, even adults. And the first thing you learn is, hey, there's a whole big world out there. It's not about me. It's not about LA. It's not, it's not this little box that we live in. There's a whole big world and there's so much happening out there. I think I think the history, the art, the museums, however, it's also about, going to the airport, getting on a plane, getting off the airport, making your connection.
Well, she doesn't.
But that's what I'm saying. My kids that dance, they, way before a TV show, they did all that. They learned all that.
Yeah.
They know, we get to a hotel, don't pick the phone up because they're going to charge you. Like things like that. Like they get it.
Well, for me, and also when I was like a teacher, is I would always try to be able to take real life applicability and try to present it into like the lessons that I was teaching. So same thing with Eliana. So when we go onto the subway, like in New York City, I'm not saying, oh, we're gonna go here and here. I say, okay, where are we gonna go now? When we go to the airport, she checks in. She's in control because those are real life experiences. So
and
she's
skills that you need for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Yes. So yes, she has the basics, and no, her education is not second to taking a dance class.
No.
Already this morning, she already did an hour worth of school, and she'll be doing it as soon as we finish here. She'll be doing her additional two hours of schoolwork.
All right. Despite all the mama drama on Dance Moms,
yes,
do you have any fun stories that may have happened off camera with some of the other moms, or not so fun that have happened with the other moms off camera?
No, I do. Well, okay, I have 2.
Ding, ding, ding.
I have 2. Okay, so my first, did I say oh again? Mm-hmm. Oh, I did. Wow. First story, you will remember this.
So much for that master's degree, huh?
My first story, you will remember this, is when we went to Mexico. We were there, and I found it hilarious because Kira and I never really seemed to quite connect, but we were stuck in a car heading all the way for 7 hours. Yeah, in Cancun.
It was an
squished in
hour
the car.
away.
It was supposed to be an hour away, and she and I were just stuck, smashed together. Eliana and Kalani were in the back seat the whole time. Guy was in another car with people that spoke zero English and couldn't get out. And we remember like driving by, and he's like, "Help, help!" He couldn't get out. But Kira and I never imagined would be like stuck together for 7 hours, even going through checkpoints where we were honestly scared because there were people with machine guns, and we're telling like the kids, duck down, because we had no idea what was gonna happen.
I was not involved in any of this.
Yes. So that was definitely, it was fun.
Sounds like suspicious behavior.
It was interesting. Number 2, and this is on video, you even have this on video, is when Stacy and I took a hip hop class together at your studio.
Yeah.
I wore black trash bag pants. Stacy had this great big hoodie on, and we actually learned by Winky a combination. It was to J-Lo, and the two of us, honestly, you saw the video, we rocked it out. So that was fun.
I pushed every season that you were on for you and Stacy to either do solos and go against each other, or do a duet and get out there and do it. And I mean, well, if I'm ever the executive director of the show,
I think it would have been awesome.
And the executive producer, it would have been amazing. It would have been absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna say things, but these are questions.
You're gonna fire me.
I'm gonna fire you. The first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, so I can't do my word bleh.
No, and you can't say anything. Okay, ready? Favorite ice cream?
Chocolate chip.
What brand?
Baskin Robbins, of course.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite color?
Chartreuse.
Favorite car? Dream car?
Jaguar.
Ultimate vacation spot?
Bora Bora with a hut.
A hut. Oh, a hut that you live in.
Yeah,
okay.
no, they have those huts that you actually go
in the water.
The ocean,
I know. I'll never be able to go to one of those. That was my dream too. Never
say never.
Well,
never
I just don't
never.
think I would. I don't think it would be safe for me to be out there in a hut.
But you love water though.
I know I do. Okay. Dream date. Not the guy. Where would you go on the date?
Oh, I think it was because I was going to say not American Gladiator. Oh, that's another story. But Gladiator.
Armageddon. She just said Armageddon.
But who was the lead actor in Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Yes.
That's the dream guy.
Yes.
Where would you go?
Bora Bora on a hut.
Oh, okay. There you go. And there you have it. And there you have it. Yolanda, describe yourself in 3 words.
Energetic, loud, boisterous.
Those are all the same thing.
Well, they're synonyms, but it's all good. I'm driving the point across.
Nothing else?
Driving, kind.
Well-educated, kind.
I said those.
Boisterous.
I like that.
I wouldn't use those other 3. You need to work on that. All right. What's the best thing about you?
Wow. That no matter what happens, I will forgive and I will forget.
That's a wonderful quality. Not one that I have, but wonderful quality. And what is the worst thing about you?
My feet smell.
And there you have it, from the mouth of a dance mom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining our Q&A here with Famous Birthdays.